The Muslim troubles in Dearborn, Michigan did not start in Michigan. They started thousands of years ago with Abraham. When Abraham failed to trust God to produce a seed through Sarah, like God said he would, they took matters into their own hands, which is a picture of the works of the flesh. The promise was to come through Sarah. We see that in Galatians chapter 4, where Sarah and Ishmael are called the free woman, and that goes on and says that they are the seed of promise. So Canaan, the promised land, Palestine, belongs to and ultimately will be given to Israel at the end of the tribulation to rule over the nations. So here's where the problem started in Genesis chapter 16. Hagar is going to give birth to a child. She runs away. An angel meets her in the wilderness and says, "Go back to Sarah, and you'll have your child there." Now later on, Sarah runs her off, but she goes back and they have a son. But look at the description of Ishmael, and this is the father of the Arab nations and the Muslim nations around the world. And it said, "And the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and thou shalt bear a son, and shalt call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thine affliction. And he shall be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him. And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren." So this situation in the world, where we're constantly seeing the Jewish nation pitted against the Arab nation, began because of Abraham's lack of faith. It's not only a physical occurrence of the Arabs against the Jews, it's also a picture of the spiritual warfare that we have in this world, and how that we need to rely on Christ and trust the Word of God and live by faith. And when we make decisions that go against the Word of God, it's going to result in troubles. And the troubles we're seeing in Dearborn, Michigan, and the troubles we're seeing with Arabs and Israelis around the world, the troubles we're seeing in the Middle East and Palestine, and trying to find out who has the right to the land and who doesn't. Biblically, the land belongs to Israel. But physically, because Ishmael was the firstborn of Abraham, they believe they have a right to the land too. So that's the conflict we find ourselves in. And it didn't start in Dearborn, Michigan. It started thousands of years ago with Abraham.